Welcome to our channel where we update the most fascinating stories, dramatic plots and in-depth analysis of famous movies. If you are a lover of conflicting dramas, tense mind games and unpredictable situations, then this is the destination for you. Let's join together to discover the most thrilling stories, where emotions are always pushed to the climax. Kat completely collapsed when she discovered that Tom and Eva were secretly seeing each other, a terrible shock that made her fall into the abyss of pain and despair. Betrayal not only made Kat lose faith in the person she loved the most, but also caused the relationship between her and Tom to quickly collapse beyond repair. All the sweet memories, the seemingly strong moments are now torn apart by the inner turmoil and doubts that constantly rise every day. Kat feels every shred of broken love, broken promises, and deep hurt piercing her soul, turning her from a hopeful lover into a lost person in a mess of emotions. Tom, the man Kat once trusted, is now the center of the emotional storm that Kat must face. Not only did he betray her with his ambiguous actions with Eva, but he also made things more complicated by not showing any remorse or desire to make amends. Tom is like an indifferent person between two women, not knowing or not wanting to be decisive with the ambiguous feelings that are surrounding him. Tom's coldness makes Kat even more bitter, creating an incurable wound, causing the relationship between the two to have no end, only a series of tiring struggles and silent confrontations full of hurt. Meanwhile, Eva, who is in the position of emotional competitor, also cannot easily escape the inner turmoil. Even though she has Tom by her side, she still has to face hatred and jealousy from Kat, and at the same time has to fight with the feeling of guilt creeping in her heart. Eva clearly understands that love with Tom is a double-edged sword, bringing her both satisfaction and the source of endless troubles. She is torn between the confidence of her new relationship and the obsession that she is just a replacement, the one who destroys the happiness of others. Eva is increasingly caught up in the vortex of inner conflicts, making her hot-tempered, explosive and no longer able to maintain her usual calm. The struggle between Kat and Eva becomes the focus of the film, leading to a series of heartbreaking consequences. Tense encounters, sharp eye contact, hidden punches and kicks, and even sinister plans begin to be hatched in the dark. Kat, with the pain of betrayal, not only wants to take revenge on Eva but also desires to make Tom realize her worth, making him regret it to the end. On the contrary, Eva is not willing to be outdone. She is determined to protect her relationship with Tom at all costs, including using tricks to bring Kat down, destroying the life of the woman who used to be an important part of his life. Not only stopping at personal jealousy, this war also creates profound effects on the relationships around them. Friends and relatives are caught in a spiral of tension, forced to choose sides or find a way to reconcile in a suffocating and suspicious atmosphere. The resurgence of old secrets. The torments of the past suddenly become sharp weapons in the hands of both Kat and Eva. Every hidden story, every unforgivable mistake is dissected, increasing the complexity and unpredictability of the battle between them. Kat not only struggles with her hurt feelings, but also has to fight to maintain herself, to not become a victim of those pains. She begins to change, becoming stronger, more determined and even colder, a new Kat full of mystery and coldness emerging from the ashes of the past. She meticulously plans her revenge, not only targeting Eva but also Tom, the person she feels most betrayed. Kat's actions gradually turn her into an unpredictable force, making everyone wary and fearful. Eva, meanwhile, does not sit still. Not only does she use charm and cunning to keep Tom, but she also begins to manipulate those around her to form her own support network. Eva gradually reveals her dark side, showing that she can do anything to achieve her goals, including breaking down those who were once Kat's friends or allies. Eva's cold and calculating nature makes her a formidable opponent, forcing Kat to be wary of every move. The battle between Kat and Eva is not only a story of love and betrayal, but also a clash of strong personalities, of power and dominance in a competitive and calculating world. Each has their own reasons for standing up to their opponents, each has their own secrets and weapons to defeat the enemy. The tension is constantly escalating, leading to unpredictable consequences that can completely change their lives. During that process, Tom is like a boat drifting between two turbulent currents. unable to stand firm between the conflicts and pressures from both Kat and Eva. Tom's hesitation makes things even more complicated, pushing him into a dilemma. Not only did he lose Kat's love, he also gradually lost respect from Eva when she realized that Tom was not strong enough to maintain their feelings. Tom gradually sank deeper into internal conflicts, turning into a disappointed and lonely man in his own life. In addition, unexpected secrets about Tom and Eva's past were gradually revealed, increasing the curiosity and drama of the story. Untold stories, hidden relationships, and dark conspiracies were exposed, making the emotional picture more and more complicated and layered. The story is not simply about a love triangle but also about intertwined conspiracies, unsolved mysteries, and shocking truths that make all three face a cruel fate. In the following days, Kat increasingly fell into an unrelenting obsession with Tom and Eva's betrayal. The pain not only choked her heart but also made her lose her mental balance, making every action reckless and potentially violent. Kat began to secretly follow Tom and Eva, looking for new evidence, private moments to confirm her suspicions. But this very following gradually made her become obsessed, blurring the line between love, hatred, and control. Long sleepless nights, persistent headaches made Kat like a wandering ghost in her own life, always caught in a whirlwind of chaotic emotions. Eva did not give up easily. She clearly realized that Tom was not an easy man to conquer, and his feelings for Kat still lingered deeply. Therefore, Eva was determined to overcome all obstacles. Use all means to make Tom only have her, and at the same time make Kat completely lose her place in his heart. Eva began to exploit the weaknesses in Kat's life, from private secrets to the closest relationships. She took advantage of Kat's sensitivity, stimulated negative emotions and turned them into sharp weapons to attack and defeat her opponent. Eva was like an old fox, gradually occupying every empty space in Tom's life, creating a dark curtain covering the once brilliant love. Tom, in the midst of the storm of tension, became increasingly disoriented and tired. He was no longer the passionate and decisive man he used to be, but was torn by difficult choices. Pressure from both sides and the secrets gradually revealed made him stand on the brink of collapse. Every time he saw Kat in pain, he felt restless, but could not let go of Eva, the person who brought him a new and irresistible feeling of attraction. Tom becomes conflicted and confused, sometimes losing control and pushing the conflict to the climax with words and actions that unintentionally hurt the two most important women in his life. He is like a ship tossing in the stormy sea, not knowing which shore to dock at to find peace. In addition, this troubled relationship also leads to other incidents, causing long-buried secrets to erupt. Kat suddenly discovers a shocking truth about Tom and Eva's past: they had a more complicated relationship than many people imagined. Not only is it a secret love story, but it also involves tricks and schemes in the underworld that Tom and Eva were involved in. This truth puts Kat in a difficult choice. Should she keep the secret to protect the image of the person she once loved, or use it as a trump card for revenge? This discovery not only made her more indignant, but also opened a new and dangerous door, where every decision could have serious consequences. Meanwhile, Eva also constantly takes advantage of this newly discovered land to consolidate her position in the battle for Tom. She uses her deep understanding of the past to put hidden pressure on Kat, and at the same time weaves stories that are enough to shake Kat's belief in herself. Eva also begins to take bolder steps, even associating with some of Kat's former enemies to make things difficult for her. A network of conspiracies gradually forms behind Eva, making the war not just a fight between three people but a dangerous power game with many mysterious forces. Eva increasingly proves herself to be not only a third lover, but also a sharp warrior, not afraid to use any means to win. Kat, meanwhile, cannot sit still in the face of Eva's advances. She gradually finds strength from her emotional wounds, turning the pain into determination and intelligence to fight against her opponent. Kat begins to build a perfect revenge plan, not only targeting Eva but also Tom, whom she considers a traitor. Kat's moves become mysterious and unpredictable. She takes advantage of every relationship, every opportunity to break the connection between Tom and Eva. Dramatic and breathtaking situations appear when Kat is not afraid to use sharp tricks, from spreading rumors to causing psychological pressure, making both Tom and Eva wary. The battle of wits between Kat and Eva becomes increasingly intense, causing everyone around them to be caught up in the chaos. In addition, friendships and family relationships are also dragged into this conflicting war. Kat's friends begin to split, one side supports her, the other side leans towards Eva, creating difficult-to-heal gaps in relationships that were once close. Tom's family cannot stand aside either, with conflicting opinions and outside pressure pouring on his shoulders. The love triangle is not just a personal matter but has become a complex battle with many layers of emotions and power. The influence spreads to every corner of their lives, making everything chaotic and difficult to control. Shocks appear one after another, as a series of other secrets are exposed. A new character suddenly appears, whose past is closely tied to Tom and Eva, and may be the key to solving many mysteries. This appearance makes the situation even more complicated, creating unexpected situations and reversals. This new person not only brings the missing pieces of the story but can also completely change the fate of Kat, Tom and Eva. Tensions are raised to a climax when the smallest event can create huge consequences, forcing everyone to face risky choices. Kat, Tom and Eva all enter a dead-end spiral, where love, hatred, power and betrayal are intertwined. Each person carries secrets, their own weapons, ready to attack and defend in this fierce battle. In each person's heart, the desire to be loved and the fear of being abandoned always go hand in hand, creating deep and complex inner conflicts. They are no longer simple people, but have become warriors in an uncompromising battle, where the survival of love and honor is placed above all. Their story continues with many unexpected twists, increasingly deep conflicts, and tearful moments. All are like a vivid picture, interwoven between light and darkness, between hope and despair, making viewers unable to take their eyes off each dramatic development. Kat, Tom and Eva not only face emotional challenges but also have to fight with themselves, searching for the truth and a place in this life full of intrigue and traps. The story promises to continue to open up many new mysteries, many deep emotions and endlessly thrilling situations, making anyone watching excited, waiting for every step of the endless battle between Kat, Tom and Eva. Thank you for taking the time to follow the article. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click follow to not miss the latest updates on your favorite movies as well as the next in-depth analysis. All your comments and shares are a great motivation to help us continue to bring you the best quality content. See you in the next videos and articles.